So hi guys, Ali from JCW Ventures. Today, this is obviously Project Civic, or Chibi that I like to call it. So what we're going to do, just going to do basic fundamentals. We've got the gearbox, oil air, a fuel filter, and oil filter. So we're just going to change it all in the fluid just to make sure it's running right. Keep it nice tip top. The weather is not on our side, so it's raining now at the moment. It's quite cold, Bob, so we're just going to run on the fundamentals, get the car serviced up, see what we can do to keep it running smooth, and sort of make a list as well if there's any rest spots or any issues that we need to address over the long period of time that we are going to own this car. I will track it just for a laugh, just to see what it's like. Probably overtaken by everything under the sun, but hey, nothing wrong with having a bit of fun. So we've jacked up the car already. It's on its axle stands, so I didn't use the front of the car. There's enough clearance anyway as it is. I guess that's the best thing at the moment, because it's not lowered, that you can easily just sort of jack it up, get to the jacking points. So we'll get going in a bit. So hi guys, so now underneath the car we've got a little oil drain to take out the oil. We've got the spanner on the oil slump plug, so we'll undo that, filter the oil into that little basket there. As you can see, the oil slump is literally just underneath the car there, just by the cat. We'll undo that, let the oil drain out. The car's been running, I've been driving it for the last half an hour or so, so the oil is nice and warm, so it should just roll right out. What I'll probably do as well to make the oil run out quicker is pop on the oil filter cap on the top, so it runs out a bit smoother, creates a bit more of a vacuum, so it runs out. Yeah, let's get going. Fun times. Let that drain out. Should I pop the top oil cap or leave it? Yeah. Put that there. I'll pop that down there.
Yeah, see, this isn't actually, you don't need to replace this one because it's not full swapper. Like, usually you can see, if they're like majorly pitted, then I'd consider it.
So just obviously take an oil filter slump off. So I rest that just down here. Because it's on a bit more of a metal spacer instead of a crusher washer, you can sort of reuse that, so we're sort of good to go. And we'll filter it. Obviously it's naturally a bit dirty given how old the car is and everything. Probably in the summer probably get a magnetic one as well, bit of a stronger one, sort of help with the filings. But sort of good so far. The oil is filtering out. And is it overflowing? So we've got the fuel filter here, obviously general tip as well. Take some of the oil or the new oil, put it around the rubber gasket, so that will help it lube on, and when you do need to take it off, it comes off easy. Obviously if you've got an easier thing is to buy a ratchet to sort of take off the oil filter housing as well. Makes life a lot simpler and easier. And obviously naturally your oil, do dispose of it properly at a tip or something. Don't just chuck it down the down the drain. It's not really good, environmentally friendly. Obviously oil on your drive, because your mum will slap you as well. But yeah, it should be nearly done in a bit. The Civic, I believe it takes 3.3 litres of oil. But obviously when we're topping it back up, we'll keep an eye and put a litre in, check the dipstick, put 2 litres in, 3 litres. When we get near the top, obviously after 3 litres in, we'll slowly add some in to see where we're going at. And obviously because it's this to make a Civic as well, 5W30 is the recommended oil. Ironically, when I bought the car, all this stuff came in the boot, so that saved me a few pennies as well. So happy days. But yeah, we'll let the oil drain out and we'll move on forward. Cool. So heading now back underneath the Civic. Put the oil slump back on, so we go through. There we go. So the bit of the grips. Obviously, like anything, finger tight at first, so you can get it nice and sort of done. Good, okay. Grab the ratchet. Happy days. So I've done it tight. Do we need to torque it or whatever, right?
I always just go tight and then a couple of little.
Okay, cool. We've done that then. We'll know after a while if it starts leaking or whatever.
Well, I always like run them for a bit. Do you know what I mean? And you can keep an eye on it, and as long as it's tight, it ain't gonna vibrate with this.
All right, cool. All right. Yeah. Get that cleaned up.
You're confident and happy with it, though?
Yeah. So I did the thing, I tightened it and then I flushed it. Gave it a few more rings anyway, so it should be good where it's at.
Oil filters go with front of the car.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that as well, innit? Fun times. Okay. Should we do that now then?
Yeah, can do.
Yeah.
I'll take that under with you as well, because when you obviously cross
Splat.
it off, it'll spin a bit and then it'll drip and drain for a little while.
Yeah.
And then just let it drain, and then when it's finished draining, you take it off with it.
Alright, cool.
Line that over as well.
Yeah, let's get them down. So, fuel filter is just there. So, got the oil there, and where you can see, probably see my hand there. That's it, just here. So we'll unratchet that. Get going. Oh, dust in my eyes. Yeah, rust in my eyes. Fun times. I see what you mean now.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm probably in a spanner because I'm trying to hold two things at once. Oh, where's it gone? Oh, cool. Tight. So another good tip as well, before you put the filter on the, put the ratchet on the oil filter housing, grab the new one, ratchet to that size. That will make your life easier. So what weight do you need to go?
So you twist it clockwise, tighten it as tight as you can. I'd say it should fit. If it
Yeah, it's fit.
Big old grip.
And then what? Go
Anti-clockwise, push it. Pull down as easy as you can.
I'm gonna probably need to put the ratchet on the different side in it. I'm probably doing this terribly.
Definitely easier when you're not looking for a camera.
Oh yeah, that too, innit? Alright, we'll put the camera down, we'll be back in a second. So back here, so basically that's the oil filter there. I've undone it, left the ratchet one and just use a more of a claw one, so just finger loosening it now. Oh, slowly look. There we go.
Some of it's going on there.
It's alright, fun times. It's all part of the fun. I'm now officially a racing car driver and a pit side mechanic.
Pit crew.
Pit crew, that's it. It's taken ages to come off.
Yeah, it's quite a long thread.
There we go.
I'll just drop the filter in there.
There we go. Filter dropped. I'm fully covered in oil. Fun times.
Put the filter in the funnel.
Yeah.
And then,
Yep. Fun fact 101: never wear good clothes when you're doing your car.
have you got the new one? I've got it.
Yeah. Cool. Let's get some oil. Gloves off.
I really need to invest in some driveway cleans.
It's alright. Sort of wash that off.
You want to use that to wipe off all this?
Yeah.
All the oil.
Alright, so take some oil, put it in the rubber seal.
Grab another one.
Oil filter here. Dab some fun time oil on it. thread it back in. So once again up there, it's been hard. So I've managed to put the fuel filter back on. So it's going finger tight first. Obviously naturally put the oil cap on. Obviously you turn it clockwise. Get it finger tight first. There we go. That's it. New filter is on. Happy days, mate. Do we need to tighten it more? Or be fine finger tight?
So a lot of oil filters are only like 20 newton meters or so. So
okay.
It's not much.
Okay.
Sometimes they tell you just to sort of, you spin it till it makes contact and then you turn it like 3/4 of a turn or something. But
I think that's on.
Tight is better than,
No,
you
no
don't
tight.
need to go full hand on it. But
No, I think it's tight enough anyway. The way I sort of tie it won't move anymore. Okay. Happy days.
yeah, I use that.
No, I'll do that like oil when I come off myself, and just thought whilst I'm down there have a look at this cat's long, but it's tiny.
Yeah.
Um,
I was thinking, obviously, if you clean up immediately, when you run it again with oil in it, you know if it's leaking.
yeah. Cool. Let's clean that. That's a good tip. Didn't think of that.
And
Baffle.
obviously, if and when I was working at garages, you'd use brake cleaner and you just spray all the.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Brake cleaner cleans everything.
Yeah. On a drive, you do it that way.
Yeah. Cool. We're done with that. Right. Oil's now done. Well, not the oil's not done. Just need to put the oil in now. So the filter's done. Everything else is done. Put the cap on. Leave the bad boy here. Got our oil. W30. Shove this bad boy in and get going. Oh. Cool. Liquid gold. Oh. One-handed work is terrible.
I'm actually shocked at it.
What?
You used the one with the old oil in it?
We should.
Quite clean, so.
Let's sort of try that first. No idea how much to put in so far. Have a check on the dipstick. Oh, where we are. Okay. Got a long way to go then.
Yeah, I'm guessing about 4 litres.
Yeah.
All in. When bear in mind, obviously, when you start it, it fills up the oil filter and then the level will drop again.
Some more in. I'm actually quite happy with this. Something so basic, but I've never actually done it.
Yeah.
Alright, near and empty. Check again.
Yeah, so it might be over now, but as I say, when you start it, it will drop anyway because it will fill the filter with oil.
Yeah.
So you'll probably lose half a litre in the filter.
Yeah, cool.
So I
a
reckon
good
it'll
way
drop
around.
down to Bangor.
Alright, cool. Well, we start the bad boy now and see what happens. Oil cap back on.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready to go, mate. Oil cap is back on as well. Yeah. Keys in there, in the the center console. Yeah. Give the old nugget start up. Right, on a swipe. Shorty's like a melody. Yeah, bang on. Happy days. Still got a fair bit of oil left as well. Give it another check, just to be 100% sure. Yeah, bang on.
I've done this before already.
What? Oh mate, I've never done anything before. I'm a lazy bugger. Or I've just paid someone to do it. Where's the oil cap? Ah, fun times. We got a little bit of oil left as well. It goes about that. Yeah. Yeah, probably about 100 mil. 100 mil left. Something like that. Obviously, we topped it up before when I first bought it. It needed some more, so I put some in. Spilt most of it because I'm an idiot. But yeah. But yeah, we are. So that's done. Okay. I just noticed on this dude as well. Is this on its right level?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Just looked a bit weird when I was, when you're looking at it from a certain side. Oh yeah, I seen the max top bit there. Sorry, I'm going blind. I saw the minimum. I was like, oh, well, I can't see the all.
It may as well it's that clean after. Well, obviously, it was looked after.
Because I got a funny feeling. Like you said when we bought the car.
Yeah.
I think some of the bits are new in it.
There is a lot of new parts in here. You can tell that someone's give it a lot of love, and it's had the bits when it's needed, like the service schedule. They've done a nice job with it.
Because even looking at here, the radiator, like the fins.
Yeah, they look brand new.
They look brand new. This one, I guess that's the coolant one. That's the aircon in it. So they're kind of new. Like I said, I noticed I had bits of spots. The subframe, a bit of rust on that. That's probably surface, isn't it?
Surface, yeah. Just wire wheel it.
Painted. Yeah, I've got the rusting anyway. Obviously, I normally tell how good a car's been looked after anyway, just looking at the shocks.
Yeah.
Just looking at the shocks. Other than that, obviously we've got pools of a bit of water now, so the bonnet's been in service mode. I think that's the best bit out of the car. I love doing it. No, I'm not going to put it there. I'm going to put it in service mode all the way up. But yeah, we'll get cracking. I don't think there's no real signs of issue in it. We've done the air filter, which took 2 seconds to do anyway. That was the first thing I did because it was dirty.
Dry where it man's cool, but you never lose your 10 mils.
Never lose 10 mil, man. You got to have one on your keychain as well, innit? Emergency supply drop. But yeah, saying that, talk about keys and like stuff like you said. Bought that awesome keychain off eBay.
Yeah.
With the rocker engine cover. I love that. It's kind of funny. The first day I had it, the thing in the middle, the engine, the spark cover that fell off, and it's just lucky my mum found it in the kitchen where it dropped off and just left it on the counter. So then I had to use a bit of Gorilla Glue, so the epoxy resin one. So I've done that in the middle. That ain't going anywhere. That ain't going anywhere. But fun times on that part. I left it down there. I didn't move it. So obviously since then we haven't used it.
Magic driveway.
Magic. I didn't do anything. Right, we've abandoned the fuel filter because we didn't want to snap the bracket. It was a bit on too tight. We'll leave that for another day when we got some WD-40s. Just going to do the simple thing of doing the spark plugs now. So fluff them out. Plunk.
It's hard to get the order wrong on these.
Yeah, you can't be dumb.
Just drop them in.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to go get an extension bar. There's two common sizes. Sometimes Jack stuff have slightly bigger spark plugs. Obviously,
yeah.
You check the new one.
Yeah. Check the new ones here. Also, remember you telling me as well when you get the spark plug out.
Always check the porcelain.
Check the porcelain so it's not cracked.
I always run my nail around the porcelain because if you have a slight crack, sometimes it can cause a misfire. Because what will happen is it will arc off the inside of the tube lining, causing a slight misfire. Also, if it breaks, and say you take the plug out and porcelain falls in, that could be potentially game over for engines. So.
All right, fun time.
So I'll go get an extension bar.
Cool. Once again, supplied with the guy that I bought it off. So we got NGK spark plugs. So these, should be good to go. Make sure there's a fresh setting. Let's put the fuel filter back in. Where's the fuel filter? Shorty's like a melody. Right, this is it. You can go back in your bag with the washers. We'll get the spark plugs out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy days. You can go in there. Washer can go in there. That's all good front. Put them sideways here, so in case they do not fall. But yeah, fun times. Have a little nose down there. Smart plugs are down there. Well, obviously have a look at the condition when we get them out. Just sort of see. Obviously fundamentals are sort of done. The oil's done. The fuel, the oil filter's done. Obviously when the weather gets better, I'll spray this engine cover so she looks a bit nicer. I'll probably get some degreaser, degrease it, It's good condition as it is, and then I'll buy a new head gasket as well, and new the plugs that's behind it as well, so they're all good and clean. So that'll be happy days on that part. So just wanted to make sure she runs right, and there's no point not doing the basics, because at the same time looking to learn and everything here. And a lot of new bits on it anyway, so a lot of my work has sort of been done as well previously. Let's have a look at these connections. Okay, so they're a bit brown. Guess maybe after some point probably buy some more ignition cores. I'll spray paint the engine cover as well, just to put some new things on. They've got a bit of browning, which is kind of annoying my OCD.
So there's a extension bar shortage in the workshop of Callum at the minute. So have you ever seen gearbox bolts on the BMWs?
Gearbox bolts? Nah,
so I've only bolts. They're like, obviously because it's a lengthways mounted gearbox, they're really far away. My friend was doing one the other day, so he's borrowed all of my extension bolts.
Extension.
So go all the way across so we can undo them at a height. So I'm left with this, which isn't ideal. Because when it's long and you put pressure on it, it can like bend the plug and crack.
I was going to say, it probably puts too much tension on it.
Yeah, so worst case scenario, we'll have to use small ones.
Alright, fun times.
But, yeah,
fun times.
Workshop at Callum.
Shouldn't have told me when I would have bought my kit, my first mechanics kit.
Totally forgot.
Nah, that's cool. It's not even as well.
But it's good because now I remember whose door I need to be knocking on to get my extension bars back.
Fair enough.
So.
Alright. I'll let you do one, and I probably want to do myself, innit?
Yeah.
I didn't realise they're that tight in. I thought it'd be like a couple of clicks.
Yeah, it's something because they got a washer on and they squash, so sometimes they sort of like get quite tight.
Okay, fair enough.
You
don't put light on. You just put them in it. No.
Yeah, you just put them in as well. Definitely don't put Loctite on. As a cool joke, you can put Loctite on someone's spark plugs and then gun them in if you want. And then
mate, game over, innit? Yeah, sad day for someone indeed.
And they definitely need to, to be fair.
Oh Jesus, I was about to say on the video, so hang on, let me just focus that, grab that. Yeah. Gonna get MPGs and more performance there, man. It's like Gran Turismo on it, old school in Gran Turismo 3. You could do the oil filter service, you gain like 25 brake horsepower. Well, I'm saying that is true, isn't it?
Yeah, you do.
Oil and like spark plug, simple stuff like that actually do regain performance. Same thing with that. Always when I buy a new car or a used one or wherever, not a new one really, but more of a used one in it. I always put Redix in there, or I had the car for 2 years and I put it in and I just put it in the motorway. They say in the bottle to put it at half a tank, at a full tank. Put the whole bottle in. I just ignored that and I just double the strength in it. Wait until my fuel level's at half, then I tip it in, and then just rag it a bit into some motorway and that'll clean it out. But yeah. Massively long overdue. Fun times.
So when you check it for new ones, obviously there's a lot to take in, but
yeah,
the easiest way to check the gaps, you can use a feeler gauge.
Oh, okay.
So they're like little thin plates of metal. With
Send them. They look like little coins in it.
But you can just pop them together so that see if the gap's about the same. It is about roughly the same. So I think the gap's actually a little bit closer on the new plug.
Oh, okay.
But it shouldn't make much of a difference. It should be okay. If obviously you were like turboed and whatnot. Might be a different story.
Oh, isn't it? Yeah, the past the sell by, don't we? So, to see the burning.
Yeah, they've been on there a while. I mean, they still work well.
I was going to say, yeah, but Sparks first time.
Didn't know. Feel the real VTEC.
Well, yep. Well, non-VTEC on the VTEC, but yeah.
Is this the D series?
Yes, D series. The engine's there, like D14 Z2, innit? Yeah. It's just obviously it's the far later, because even then, like, been on that country road and like there's a slight incline and it goes down and power go drop again. I was like, oh no, back in the days. But it's kind of funny though. My first ever car, like the Mini One I had, that was a 1.4, and that had like 90 brake horsepower. So I haven't really gone that far if you think about it. And that car was like way heavier than the Civic.
Yeah.
If anything, I probably got a better power to weight ratio. Maybe that's the reason why I love it. It feels like my old Mini where I had little power, but it was so much fun to drive.
Well, that's what I love about low power cars, is that they always, you know, you have to use all the horsepower.
Yeah.
This is the common thing with spark plugs.
Yeah.
They stick to the plug.
Oh, no, bugger.
No, it's in there.
Alright, fun times.
So,
very obliged.
Back out again.
Alright.
You can use like long nose tires or something. I don't have any. So what we're going to do is simply put a bit of oil on the ring of the spark plug socket. So
okay.
It slips on and off.
Fun times.
daily struggle.
No, so I guess it's our struggles, but someone else's benefit.
So like, it's got like a rubber thing in there to hold onto the plug.
Oh, okay.
So you can like get them out.
Oh, okay, fun. I didn't know that. I didn't logically think about that. Oh, okay. Lube up always, guys.
Lube up.
Always lose up.
And, yeah, is it family friendly channel?
I like, you know me in it. You gotta have that quick wit in it. I'd rather keep it quick wit than actually being filthy in it. I like innuendos in it. That's sort of my saying as well. Ali, my making it appropriate inappropriate. But yeah, keep it simple.
Family friendly channel. I won't say what I was
Well,
gonna
I'm glad the sort of the rain's gone now on it. Sort of easier to work on, innit? I can't wait to hear the. I'm doing the turbo noise, even though it's a non-turbo car. Induction kit. Well, no, dude, I told you this time round, innit? Of the long-term objectives, obviously, this Civic as well. I'm going to rip the engine out at some point, and I'm going to do B16 and then supercharge it. Because everyone knows you got to get K20, K20, K20. I'm like, nah. Sometimes being a bit different. Tommy's done it again.
We're not having an easy ride, is it? It does have to see again because I've got two short.
Yeah, I was going to say two shorts, a clip. Why don't you grab a pair of pliers and grab the bit?
So the socket wants to come off.
Yeah. Yeah. Note to self, buy a long extension.
Yeah, just have a generic extension bar set rather than having loads of. See, it's still in there. It's still.
I was going to say, you took that off. I was like, that's not what we need. Hey, fun times.
We'll get there.
Bigger one's always better than a short one.
Yeah,
we'll swap around and I'll crack on with this. Right, let's go around and before I grab that, put that down there. That's it. It's tight on it. Cool. Clip in. Cool. And there's what? That way, innit?
Yeah. Come on, do the swap.
Yeah, we'll swap. So you're saying do that way?
Yeah, that's it.
I've not. Come on, Ali. You do 100 press ups every night.
Try and support it with this side so it doesn't, like you don't bend it too much.
Scared of breaking it at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to come out at the end of the day. Worst case scenario, we're going to be doing a head gasket as well.
Yeah, there we go.
Get the head off, drill the plug out. Alright, flick the lever on the. That's it. I'm going to have to brush up night out in it again. Yeah, I think you clicked it when you were spinning it around.
Oh, okay, that was the same as
the photography skills aren't great, I ain't going to lie. Like, you're probably going to see more of the bonnet than you are what's actually going on. No, you can make up for it in good editing skills.
Okay, the main thing, not really interested in me. Yes, I bring comedic fun to everything I do, but yeah, I don't know what I'm doing there.
At some point, obviously, it'll go loose and it feel like it's still turning. Just take the ratchet off the bar, and then you can and like pull it up slightly as you're twisting it, and it will just pop out. There you go.
There we go. Fun times. That's another buggered one. Looking at that's enough. I reckon that's worth.
Yeah, they're definitely seen better days.
Okay.
Might have to lube up the oil again. Try and get some oil in there so that it's.
That one's done. Grab that one. Check the signal.
Ah, here we go.
What you said? Put it on this.
Yeah, you see on the rubber thing in there. Just try and soak it up so that it doesn't grab hold of the plug. I mean, worst case we use deep on. That's what the Civic will sound like when it's got some fresh spark plugs in.
I wish, mate. I wish. So now, other way.
Wind it in by hand first if you can,
okay.
So you don't cross-thread it, and then we do actually have to take the head off.
Same how my hands are full of oil.
Yeah. I think mechanics grow like scales on their
I was
hands.
about to say, man, it's like my mum in it when she's making chapatis at home. I'm like, how did you not burn her hands?
That's definitely a cultural difference here. That's not something I can relate to, Ali.
That's it, man. When your mum's making bread in it, it's seasoning in your pasties, isn't it? How do you know when to sort of stop?
So it'll start going quite tight, and then it'll go really tight.
Okay.
So like that's when it's actually like
now.
Yeah, give it a little bit more. Yeah, that should be enough. As long as it's sort of like, as I say, it will go to a point where it feels like it can't go much more.
Okay. I don't know when. I don't know.
So did you feel the difference? There's almost like two stages with them.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's part of it. Right, here comes a bugger of. Yeah. Where's your pliers?
So down here by your feet. And then we might need the super long extension bar for getting the last one out. Oh no, look at that, come out all the time. I think I missed it on the camera button.
No, that's fine. Okay. Cool, that one's done. Got that back on. Let's get this next bad boy out. The other way now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, they've definitely been in there for a while. Today of all days, this road would be this busy.
I always forget when I... Is that it? Yeah. Shows how much of a mechanic I have.
That's what this car's for though, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll get my, what are they called? My B-Tech.
Your B-Tech VTech?
Yeah, the B-Tech VTech. Okay, that's not one. That one's not that bad. Because then you know the engine fire and they fire in different orders, isn't it?
Yeah. They should still all get about the same amount of use though. It could just be, oh, I don't know, it could have had like at one point maybe a dodgy HT lead that might have been replaced.
Yeah, okay.
So it might have been, you know, whatever.
Cool, that's another one done. Obviously fun times, it's starting to rain, isn't it?
Here comes the rain. I think we need to invest in a garage.
Mate, well that's idea at some point, innit? Shame my house didn't come with a garage. We could probably convert that room into a garage. Just flick it around.
Wind it in by hand again.
Oh yeah, take that off.
Shut the door on the B-Tech VTech. It's raining. Oh god.
Mate, I was going to say, it's not the lightest door ever.
Yeah, but my driveway's covered in oil.
Oh,
So, pushing the door and it's sliding me down the drive.
That's it. Well, I was about to say, I nearly busted my head on that one going down there. Okay, this one tightened quickly.
I think you were more speedy on this one.
Yeah, I was about to say it.
You were very cautious on the other one.
Yeah.
Getting a feel for it now. Soon you'll be snapping spark plugs in, no can't.
Your caliber have broken it.
Hi guys, welcome. I have a head gasket job.
Yeah, welcome back to saying it.
And while we're at it, I'm going to drill this spark plug out.
It's not even about. Well, not even about that next one. It's going to be
Yeah, camber's fairly simple on these.
saying that. No, say that again. Then I don't want the camber to go and be politically correct. There we go. Camber.
It's just funny how many like different ways there are to do a camber. It just depends on what you're used to. Some people say, "Oh, that's not right," but you know, if it works, it works at the end of the day.
How do you mean?
Because obviously, like some cars, you need timing tools. Some people will literally use drill bits. Like finding TDC, some people are taking number one spark plug out, and you know you put a screwdriver in, a really long screwdriver. So when you turn over the engine by hand, you'll see when the number one spark plug's at the top.
Okay.
And it's just things like that. Like I just use a lot of the time, unless you absolutely need the tools, I'll use marking up and whatever I can find. That's the kind of it's the way I was always taught.
I guess they like everyone's a laptop game. You know?
But that's the thing, it's like the new age versus the old age. Like I was always taught by old school people.
Yeah, you were the last generation. That was my dad with the watches and stuff. When you get taught by someone old school, then it's actually probably the better way of doing stuff.
Yeah. Old Sparky.
Well, we decided to call this the Chibi, innit? Chibi.
Why didn't buy a hand, Hallie?
I know, man. I realised after doing it, I was like, what am I doing?
I've seen people, no joke, I have seen people do it with an impact gun where they've just gone straight in, and I can't,
yeah, that's what I think that
it blows my mind.
The washer on the fuel filter was done by an impact wrench.
Maybe, or somebody's put, like, as I say, Loctite on it or something along those lines. They really didn't want it to come off.
Yeah,
I'm hoping it doesn't come to one day having to,
what?
Like, take that whole...
Can't be done.
Like,
can't be done through the fuel filter. Let's just do the engine swap today.
Yeah, taking that whole pipe off back to the tank just so we can get the fuel filter off. But, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to be rid of this airbox, Ali, I'm not going to lie.
It's not a pretty one. I guess
no.
That's there just to reduce noise.
It's like a silencer. It's a weird system, but it just, to me, it takes up so much space.
Well, yeah.
It kind of, like, it just, I don't know, there's just so much going on. It's all airbox, this car, it's all airbox.
Well, yeah. Especially in the 140, how much airboxy one? Yeah, I think that's about enough.
Perfect.
Cool. We'll see if I'm not a lunatic, and we'll put the
leads on back to front.
Yeah. It's all done. Spark plugs. What do people say about that mitts, isn't it? Where that's the wrong one. Keep everything nice and neat. Put you in there.
Get those red HT leads for the added extra 4 horsepower.
I was saying I'm going to keep them black in it because we're going to go black.
Yeah.
Covering it.
I do love when I see a red HT lead.
Red HT. Well, that's the thing. The part of me thinking about the silver and the blue seam, and then when I show you the wheels, I'm going to do the. So obviously we're not going to have massive calipers at the moment, so I'll just spray the calipers black in it.
Yeah.
Not into the red.
Subtle. Try not to draw attention to the fact that it's got tiny little brakes. That's what I do, Ali.
Other than that, we are all good. It's one of the things that annoys me in it when you know someone's working on your car and they don't put anything back like this. Lack of care and attention to detail.
Right. Tidy up and test it. I can't speak. Test startup.
Yeah,
it's always worth doing.
Well, we'll chuck these down here. Get the old girth.
Smooth. Did a VTEC.
Yeah.
The VTEC hand launch. There you go.
I guess it'd be like when you take it out and stuff like that. Idling a bit higher. Is it just gone cold?
It's probably because it's gone cold. But replaced all the warm fluids with the cold fluids.
Well, yeah, I was going to say it, yeah. Alright, let's get the air mark now.
Oh.
Still repping the Mini with my hat. Probably one of those things, man. Got a treasure trove of God knows what turned up at home as well.
Yeah, you'll be kicking yourself when you get home and you're like, I could have done that. Could have done
Should we do the gear linkage?
Yeah, why not? As I say, while it's on the jack, while it's
I don't want to be like, because I reckon we need WD-40 for that though.
Wow, there's a shop down the road, worst case scenario. We've still got like
What is the time?
3 cars at handy.
Alright, we'll put that stuff there, because that's not what we need. Okay, this is the airbox. To be fair, this is 60 quid, ship.
What, for the
Whole thing.
Really? That's not too bad. We bought a set of fuse pullers as well. The gearbox oil.
Yeah, I'm told you I'm a snob in it, so I've got the branded, that's the oil filter cap, so like it's branded Honda. So
oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm a snob like that. I like little touches like that, so if you open it, it's a
so like before and then after.
But saying that, I bought a Honda, mate, it's never going to burn oil anyway.
Well, you hope not.
It's the most useless thing ever.
Well, it might leak it now you've done an oil change.
Oh, R56 life, you always checking the oil level. Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, worst case, there's a couple of shops around if we need to get some like WD-40 or something.
Alright, let's start checking the airbox.
Probably be easier to do the gearbox oil change with the airbox out of the way anyway. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll click this stuff first.
There we go. So you say you have to cut a bung in, or
I reckon
cut
you have to,
because it's got the math.
Done this mod, and they've lost power. Like,
well, yeah.
Gone up.
I'm guessing that is like an airflow meter. So,
yeah.
But I mean, we got a Dremel, we got a variety of tools. We can always make something happen.
Look at that. It's like a removable.
And if absolutely worst case, like you can cut the bung out and then sort of like plastic weld it or whatever it's going into.
The only thing that started confusing me and stuff when I was taking it apart, as how to get the stuff. There's a lot of stuff stuck onto it, around it as well.
There we go. You just take the bung out with it.
Yeah, but then my next issue is like, how do we start taking that off? Because obviously this is lined onto it as well, so this is confusing me.
Let's see what the kit has.
Point, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
you put like a tiny little air filter on.
you could just vent it to atmosphere. It wouldn't be such a big deal.
Yeah. Well, obviously, yeah, we'll vent it at the moment. It's not going to catch fire and stuff, and I'll order a.
It's very rare that they spit out anyway, unless you're like really pushing.
Oh man, it was actually diddling in it, 5th gear in it.
I mean, mine. The only reason mine spits out is because it's, the boost turned up all the way, fuel turned up all the way, so it's all like trying to throw it out, but.
Okay.
But yes,
Yeah,
so
my OCD's like popping out because that one crosses over that. Definitely put them in the right order.
Yeah, it wouldn't have run that nice if it wasn't in the right order.
Okay. What happens if I do that?
No, that even triggers my OCD.
Yeah, that's even worse. We'll go back to it.
My OCD is like anywhere along the lines of yours.
Alright, man. What we'll do then, we'll stop for a second and go. Cool. Yeah. Sorry for another day, mate. Alright, so we've got the kit out here. So this is like from Gravity. I think it was £60 off eBay. Just a crackle finish alone on the pipe is amazing. And that's for 60 quid. Okay, that's not going to fit. I think this is this one, dude. This one, yeah. So obviously you've got the grommet there that will go on there, and then the pipes. Yeah. So we've sort of taken off the airbox anyway. You just pull up, and obviously then we've got sockets, and we'll take them out, and we'll sort of be done along the way as well. Yeah. Okay. That's how they come off, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they just squash like crimp clips.
Okay.
The
Cool.
hardest part of getting that comes off there.
Yeah.
So that'll be like an 8mm bracket there. Obviously. We're just gonna work out how. We say work out like it's really, really.
It's like that. You take the airbox off, and just make an air trumpet in it. Don't need an air, don't you?
Straight through.
Bomb, yeah, bomb.
That'll come off easy enough.
Yeah. Okay, wonder what that was.
Yeah, that'll come off now.
Cool. Swap side.
On that side.
To be fair,
So
feels like It just bolts off, dude.
Yeah.
You're trying to work out why it wasn't bolted to it.
So it'll slide off this side because it's not all the way on. You can take the 8mm off, but you don't have to. So I'm guessing it's just actually. Can you see the bolts that way?
Can't see it, dude. You know that you get.
Just pull off.
I was gonna say
there'll be
the vice grip in it for the.
Yeah, for
not the vice grip. You know the clamp in it for the air thing. Can't quite see it. Was it on this side? Is it on the fuel rail side? See, the problem is like obviously here, there's a plug onto it as well. No, that's separate plug. Sorry. So he's under the mat. Let's see if we take.
I can feel it. I don't know. I have to go get a little flathead screwdriver.
Okay. You haven't got any carb cleaner in it?
I might do.
Okay.
I might do. I'll have a look while I'm in the car.
I'm just saying because there's a bit of crap on here and just give it a clean in it. And obviously, whilst Callum's doing that, I'm just going to turn the car on so you can hear that dome. Yeah. Cool, let's get it started. Obviously, the joys of an old car as well. That's with obviously no airbox. Obviously, the mass sensor's probably going mad, not knowing what to do. We'll put that there for a sec. And obviously, an old car, that's the best bit as well. You can actually play with the throttle. Okay, it won't be too antisocial, but there you go.
They used to be, don't they?
Yeah. I'll turn her off. I just heard it. I was like, oh no, it'll fall out, innit? Where's it gone?
It's gone for it.
Yeah. I guess that's the joy of not having under trays in it on old cars.
It's actually a good thing because like sometimes if
I had the same problem. I was changing the headlight bulbs and like you know the little caps.
Yeah.
It fell in it, but as a pack, they gave you a pack of 4 anyway, so it was all right. But obviously it fell when I drove it off the thing in it. Cool. Have you got it? Oh. Alright. So you're just saying it's just a clip in it?
Yeah, it's just a normal Jubilee fix.
Yeah. So I thought it was like hard mounted something, like, you know, like a screw bracket down. But then I sort of looked
completely but feel I can't actually see it.
Oh.
It's a bit easier when there's not a big airbox.
I was gonna say it. I was saying that I've got to pick up the bits tomorrow, innit?
Oh yeah, the other spare.
I was going to say, you might as well do the gear linkage tomorrow, then, because that way I can pick up the WD-40. Because we're going to take the centre contours bit, it's got to come out, innit, with the handbrake and stuff. So I might as well do that all together, innit? Be pointless doing that and then taking it all apart again.
Makes sense.
Well, at some point I'll probably order some food as well. I'm starting getting munchy.
Yeah, it's definitely that time of day. It's definitely easier ways of doing this.
You got it? So I guess it's that one thing, we only got to do it one time, innit?
Yeah.
Is it because of the rubber grommet? I don't want to break it, innit? I think is it clipped? It's just weird, innit? I've tried to have the nose. That clip definitely loose then. But me just thinking maybe it's just a rubber grommet in it. Obviously, they don't pull it too hard. There's stuff attached to it still.
It's, as I say, it's that 8mm there.
Yeah.
And then.
Alright, cool. Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. Part of me was thinking maybe it's just a rubber grommet.
Again, that'll be another thing that's sort of like never been up.
Yeah, who takes the airbox off in
So
it?
it's just going to be one of those where sometimes a bit of gentle persuasion.
Oh. Cool, happy days.
So that gives you an idea of how.
Well, at least it's come off, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a sympathy ratchet. How tiny it is. My first ratchet in it.
Sometimes you have to remember there's a car and it don't have feelings.
Oh yeah, well, it's always the worst thing in it. When taking clips off. I'm terrible at this stuff. Yeah. That's do you want to put that down there?
So if you squeeze, yeah, you just squeeze to the two top bits.
Yeah, we've got like
Squeeze into the
yeah, so there's a little clippy here. Yeah, a little brown clippy bit.
on a hammer.
No, I'm just being a spaz. I'll let you do it, man. I'll like
Use a hammer.
No, it's been an idiot next. I'm trying to hold the camera at the same time, innit?
There we go.
There we go.
Perfect.
So the old time airboxy. To be fair, it's thicker than you think. It's quite
Yeah, it's quite robust.
quite robust. Obviously, we're dying to the land of the non now. Time to get it in. So we could probably just reuse it.
You could reuse it. But I've like got new shiny ones.
Yeah.
So this is like a snoop that goes over the top of
Yeah.
the rock body.
Yeah.
Where does the angle come through from the pipe?
See, that was my worry when I bought it, dude. Is it even
Because
that's going upwards, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, that's my worry.
so
So I even messaged the guy like they said it's for that car, but then is it? But then that's even weird as well. See what I mean?
yeah,
That's the connecting pipe for here, isn't it? 'Cause you know how it bends here.
there's not one that's at an angle. I might have a couple of like 90s or something. So I'll go check and start 90s. Yeah, in which case we can make it work.
Yeah. So I did think that dude when I was obviously having it. I was like, oh, take this original grommet out. Seen better days. Get this on. Yeah. See if we did that, but then yeah, it's too. There we go, job done. Yeah, it's definitely for the 90 degrees one, not our one. Yep, clearly the wrong one. Look how high bloody goes. Gonna need to buy. Well, kind of. I think it's got a 90 degrees bend one. Plonk that in, and it should be golden. Yeah, that's not gone well.